Hey creators, Alex here, and today I'm going to show you a ridiculously easy way to turn your long videos into high-performing short clips. Stick with me for just a few minutes, and I'll walk you through the entire cheat code for content multiplication. The core issue is you spend hours recording golden content, but slicing it up feels like a massive time drain. Often, those bite-sized clips end up being boring, too chopped up, or you simply waste hours hunting for that one moment that hooks people. I've seen so many creators just export random cuts and post them manually, often forgetting peak posting times. Worse yet, some use cheap auto editors that pick the wrong moments and slap on captions that are just painful to read. This lack of quality and consistency is exactly why your momentum eventually dies off. To illustrate this gap, I tested 3 distinct approaches on the exact same long interview. First, I did the manual edit, dragging the timeline, cutting, adding a caption layer, and exporting. Second, I used a basic auto editor that promised highlights but simply picked the loudest sections of audio. Finally, I ran the same long file through the intelligent workflow in Vizard. I uploaded all 3 resulting versions to a private channel just to see the raw performance difference. My manual edit sounded fine to my own ears, but some clips were simply too long, and the real hook got buried. The cheap auto tool picked up the loudest moments, which felt completely chaotic and often missed the actual punchline. But the Vizard version picked moments where the speaker paused, laughed, or dropped a genuinely memorable line. Those clips were immediately shorter, snappier, and perfectly built for today's scrolling attention spans. So how do you actually check which one performs better before you even publish? On most platforms, you can dive deep into retention graphs and engagement metrics after posting. However, you need a way to know beforehand. Is this snippet actually hooky enough? Vizard solves this because its AI finds high engagement signals across your video file. It actively looks for emphasis, tempo changes, laughter, and emotional spikes to suggest winning clips. This means you can preview these statistically strong clips in seconds, instead of spending hours searching manually. Now let me walk you through the exact steps I followed using this system, and why each step is critical. First, you simply drag and drop your long interview, live stream, or tutorial file into the platform. Vizard is built to handle any long-form input, whether it's 30 minutes or 90 minutes long. Next, you hit that magic button labeled Auto-Detect Highlights to kick off the analysis. Vizard analyzes the entire file and returns a clean grid filled with suggested clips for you. These aren't just random timestamps. The AI uses vocal cues and topic shifts to find standalone moments. From there, you click any suggested clip to immediately watch a quick 10 to 30-second preview. If you need to crop it differently or adjust the intro timing, you can tweak it right there in seconds. Yes, you absolutely maintain hands-on control, but you skip the brute force search entirely. After perfecting the cut, you select a template optimized for TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or Instagram Reels. Vizard instantly reframes the crop, switching between vertical or square formats as needed. It also auto-generates professional captions, which is a small touch with a huge impact on sound-off viewing. This is where many other tools fall completely short: the scheduling and publishing phase. Vizard's integrated auto-schedule lets you choose a posting frequency, like once a day or 3 times a week. It queues the content based on either your calendar or historical best-performing times for maximum reach. The content calendar view allows you to visualize everything that is currently queued up for release. From this one dashboard, you can easily reorder clips, edit captions, or even swap out a thumbnail. Need to push a clip from Tuesday to Friday? A simple drag and drop handles that operation. Now you're probably wondering how this stacks up against the other tools you might be using. The reality is that some enterprise tools are insanely expensive and still require you to spend an hour per clip to make them usable. Then you have those other cheap apps that only cut based on simple loudness metrics, producing shaky highlights that ignore narrative flow. Lastly, there are dedicated schedulers that don't help you create the clips in the first place, leaving you juggling exports. Vizard solves all these pain points by combining smart clip selection with native scheduling in one unified platform. You get both the creative side of making great clips and the operational side of consistent publishing covered. If you're worried about creative control, rest assured, you can accept the AI picks, tweak a few, or fully customize every single output. Here is a practical tip I learned. Always listen to the full suggested timeline first. Don't over-rely on the AI. Second, keep a dedicated folder of your truly evergreen clips and let Vizard prioritize posting those automatically. My third tip is to utilize the caption editor, because even tiny tweaks can significantly bump your click-through rate. When using any auto-edit feature, always aim to pick clips that have a clear hook, a slight twist, and a definite payoff. Never post a long, rambling clip that has a boring setup and absolutely no satisfying payoff for the viewer. You absolutely should test different formats, as the same content might perform better as a 15-second reel than a 45-second short. Finally, do not overload your schedule. Too many posts per day will cause follower fatigue, so set a sustainable rhythm. I took one 42-minute interview that had maybe 10 truly great moments scattered throughout. Manually finding those 10 moments took me a full 2 hours, but Vizard surfaced them in under 5 minutes. It suggested alternate cuts, auto-generated captions, and I had a 2-week schedule ready to go right away. The best part was that all 10 clips were already resized and optimized perfectly for every single platform. Competitors often charge per clip or lock essential features behind very expensive tiers. Vizard's model is specifically designed for creators, focusing on maximizing content output from a single recording session. This translates directly into better return on investment for anyone serious about scaling their content. Let's be real, no tool is perfect. The AI cannot replace your unique voice or personal style. What it does is remove the heavy, repetitive lifting, so you can focus on what only you can deliver: the message. Whether you want speed or total creative ownership, this workflow supports both paths simultaneously. So we put the long video in. Then we hit auto highlight to get instant suggestions. We quickly preview, tweak the few that need it, and pick our format templates. Next, we set the frequency in the auto schedule or customize the calendar view. That simple workflow turned one interview into a steady stream of high-retention clips without burning an entire day. If you liked this walkthrough and want a follow-up showing the exact interface and my favorite caption tweaks, drop a comment. If you're using a different tool, tell me which one, and I'll compare the workflows next time. Thanks for watching, creators. Go make the long thing into lots of short wins and post consistently.